You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be taking you through the process of making this simple kaftan top. So I'll be drafting the pattern on this pattern paper, and later I'll transfer it to this Chantelle net. It's about 1 year. That's what we are making use of. Then I have this, which I'll use for the sleeve, some part of the sleeve, for the band, for the sleeve, for the pocket, and for the lace. Alright, so we are going to draft both the front and the back pattern on this particular pattern paper. So the difference between the front and the back is just the neckline. So the first thing you need to do is to get your shoulder measurements. So the shoulder measurement we are working with is 8 inches. That's half of the shoulder measurement. Then the sleeve, because it's a cut together sleeve, then the sleeve we're making use of 8 inches. So I'm going to mark 8 inches over here. Then from here I'm stepping down by 1.5 inches for my shoulder slope. Then I'll come up to this part. Then I'll measure the neck width that I desire. I will be using 4 inches by 4 inches for the front. The front neckline is 4 by 4 inches. Then the width of the back neckline is 1.5 inches. So I'm going to be differentiating the front from the back using this. Then for the front, then I'm going to connect this neck width to this 1.5 inches we step down. Alright, so from this point I'm going to determine the armhole depth. So the armhole depth we are working with is 8 inches, okay, when divided by 2, but I'll add 1.5 inches to it for ease. So this is what we have. Okay, this is 16 inches. Then I'll deduct 1 inch from it. This is 16 inches. I'll deduct 1 inch from it, making it 15 inches. So I'm going to connect this 15 inches to this. Okay, so after that, the next thing we are going to do is to determine the length of the top we are making. So the length of this top we are making is 30 inches. So I've gotten my hip measurement. The next thing I'm going to do is that on this part I'm going to come down by 1 inch, and I'll get my chest measurement, the bust circumference. Alright, so the bust measurement we are working with is 40 inches. Then when divided by 4, I have about 10 inches, and I'm going to add 1 inch for my seam allowance and 1 inch in order to make it more free. So I have total of 2 inches of allowance. Okay, so I'll come down to the hip line, and the hip we are working with is about 44 inches, and when divided by 4, I have about 11 inches. So I'm going to mark 11 inches, and I will add 3 inches to it instead of adding 2 inches. Okay, so from here I'm going to determine the waistline of this top I'm making. Okay, so the waistline is about 17 inches. Then I'm going to square a line over there. Alright, so on this my waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divided by 4. Her waist measurement is 36 inches. When divided by 4, I have 9. Then I'm adding 3 inches to it. So I'm going to extend this line. Then I'll come up here, that is 1 inch. Then connect it. Alright, so because I'm going to have lace by the side of this top, I'm going to add 3 inches to it. This is optional, So I'm going to connect it straight to this hemline. You can, you know, measure like 4 inches from here, then you connect. Alright, so I have cut out the back pattern. This is what I have. So I'll use this pattern to cut out the back pattern, then after which I'll trim out this and use it to cut the front pattern. Alright, so because I'll be using this sleeve, this part of the fabric for the sleeve, and it's going to be about 1 yard, so I'm going to fold up this part like 1 yard and cut out. Then after which I'll replace it using this fabric. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut and get back to you. Alright, so this is what we have after cutting. This is for the front, for the back rather. This is for the back. You can see it has high neck. So after this, I'm going to trim out this. Then I'll cut out the front pattern. Alright, so I have cut the front part using this pattern. So I'm going to open this up. This is the front. I'm going to open it up. Then I will get the back part. Then I'll join it shoulder to shoulder. Alright, so I've joined the front and the back shoulder together, and the next thing I'm going to do now is to join the band to the sleeve. So I've gone ahead to cut out the band, so I'm going to fix it this way. So this is the right side of the top we're making, so I'm going to go ahead and stitch it down and do the same to the other side of the sleeve. Then at the left side of the pocket, I'm going to fix this. Okay, so this is the fabric I cut out for my pocket, so I'm going to fold it in this way and stitch. Okay, alright, so I have attached the band and also the pockets. So the next thing I'm going to do is to stitch this side, and I also went ahead to hem the edges. Okay, so I'm going to take it this way using 1 inch. Just fold this part and stitch to this side, and fold the other one and stitch to the other side, so I have something like space inward where I can pass my lace. Okay, so this is going to pass through this place. Then when it comes out of this side, I'm going to pass it into the second one. Alright, so I've sewn it as shown, the side. So I'm going to open up this side, fold in just once and top stitch right away. Okay, then after which I'll turn to this other side and do the same thing here. Alright, so after that I'll do the same to the other side and I'll get back to you. Alright, so after stitching it, this is what we have. I don't know if you can see it, but I was able to sew. So what I need to do is through this hole I'll pass. Okay, I have my lace here. I think it's about 1.5 inches and I sewed it just like that. So after that I'll put in this pin so that it will guide and bring it out through the edge. Okay, so after bringing it out, I'll pass it through this other side. Alright, so that's basically it. So I'm going to repeat the same process to the other side, and once I'm done, the tutorial is okay. And thank you very much. If you find it helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.